Hello everybody and welcome to the decks of the weekend. I returned last night from my RCQ in Pisa, drove 4 hours to find a modern RCQ in my area, and thankfully I took it down. It was fantastic as always, going to the Bose MTG stores. It was great. And well, it was a long day of Magic, and the deck I decided to play was Boris Energy. I had the Nadu build. Actually, I wanted to do Nadu a last goodbye. That's what I said on the podcast I would do. But then on Friday night, I got approached with this, the idea of the One Ring. Made a video with it. I guess it was Thursday night. Made a video with it. Went 5-0. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just play this. I am too hyped. Vibes are too good. I want to play this deck. So here we are. The deck is phenomenal. I played against Infinite Fair decks, just kind of control, just kind of wizard, blue-red control of sort, and you just crush them all. The One Ring actually is fantastic in that game, because what happens is they play the ring to fog you, and then they set up for the Wrath next turn, and you just play the ring in that same turn. So either they have Force Negation for it, or, it's just a perfect card for that type of play. So I think the Bourse is very much better than Mardu, not only because you get to play the ring, but also for Blood Moon, which won me a lot of games as well against those decks. This deck suffers some decks, the unfair decks, the various Gorio, the various Breach decks, and Red Green Breach, or Tron maybe. But I didn't play against any of them. I didn't play against Nadu. Gonlu appeared against Fair deck, which his deck preys on. So thumbs up for this deck. Happy to got my invite with it, and definitely it's gonna be great post-ban today. There's a ban list announcement today, a few hours after this video. I expect them to only ban Nadu in Modern, although obviously there's rumors to ban the One Ring. If they do that, okay, I guess I'll live. I just don't think it's gonna happen. And in Legacy, that will ban also Grief and maybe something more. I just don't think it's gonna happen. They can unban stuff. I'm always open to unbannings. I love them to unban like Ponder or things to make blue decks great again, because they're definitely not great right now. But outside of that, I think that this is the new best fair decks, and I still think it is better maybe the unfair decks overall in modern. Let's go over to maybe some of the tiny bit decisions, like why not playing Ragavan. I don't think Ragavan is good in the mirror match, and I don't think Ragavan is good against Orc. Of course, in the matchup I played against the very many control decks, Ragavan would have been great. I only played against one Orc deck, so Ragavan would have been fantastic in this meta game. But I think that you should definitely hedge for the mirror match, which my main deck definitely has. Like outside of Blood Moon, every card is a 10. And I just love the Max Prison Static, because they are great against Murktide Regent, which is one of the very few ways you can lose to those decks, to the Murktide decks. And yeah, and the Raptor flipping the ring, I mean, it could happen. Usually try to not play that way, but yeah, if it happens, it happens. It happened to me once, but it was okay because I had another Raptor in hand, so I got the 2 energy that I needed because I didn't have any other energy enabler, and sometimes that happens. Anyway, good deck, thumbs up. Nadu, we'll say goodbye again. Maybe something else, although I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see. Always open to WotC changes of format. I will not talk about Legacy. I consider talking about Pauper, but actually, I saw a list. There is nothing exciting. And this weekend, I'm going to compete in a Pauper tournament. I'll play most likely Blue Red Scred. So hopefully, I get to do a deck of the weekend next week with my own brew again. I'll go to the EPT in Porto San Giorgio, which is a qualifier for the Invitational. I am excited to do that. There's actually a RCQ Modern, but I'll go to the Pauper qualifier. I love to qualify for stuff. More than to win the store credit prizes. Now that I have the invite, I can go there. Let's talk about another tournament that actually had a lot of prize on the line, the Mana Trader Series. I had to scour the internet to find the results. They definitely do not like to tweet their results, but I did find the winner, Kazuga, on blue green Tamio. So 1 mana planeswalkers are busted. Strangely enough, in the Duel Commander ban list, Ajani is banned and Tamio isn't, which is definitely strange. Anyway, blue, best color, 1 mana, best mana, Tamio, best deck. I have, this was my first video I made for Duel Commander on my channel, and it got infinite views. All the other videos I made later got like, I don't know, 1/3, maybe more, which, doesn't make me want to do more because obviously I look at the results a lot. Maybe I can do Tammy again if it does well. Anyway, this is a format I like to play, Duel Commander now. There is the tournament in November in Toulouse, France, with a Black Lotus in first prize. I've recently 5-0'd with Aragorn, but obviously that's a 3-color deck, and there's a lot of Blood Moons in the format, like Harbinger of the Seas. In the final, there was Slamfoot and Squee. I also made a video with that. The top 8 is like Slamfoot and Squee, Tamio, and Fairly. I think it's like these 3 accents. I think there's 1 or 2 Aragorn. But yeah, on the link in the description, it's like a link to this, but you can get to the whole bracket and everyone's list in that link. Anyway, there's like a couple of cards I had to read, like Eaten by Piranhas, which is a 2-mana Witness Protection. There's also Psionic Blast, which is another card that, like, that's the cool thing of Duel Commander. Like, you get to play with cool cards, because you actually have, like, 50 slots, because you play 38 lands. Sorry, 60 slots. You play 38 lands, I guess 39 or whatever, 38 lands, and you have like actually 60 slots for cards you like of past days, like Jason, Sculptor, and Urza. And that's definitely one of the good thing for collectors like me, which is, I randomly have all these cards because I'll be playing Modern forever and just, have the cards. So you just have to buy the random new commons. Nadu in the list is strange. There's no Shuko or nothing. You just have like random value Nadu. Because it's just a big dude, and you also have like random creatures the opponent may kill, like Tamio, Malcolm, Ledger Shredder, and such. Wildness Reclamation also a nice little splash because the backside of Tamio is green, but nonetheless, this is a great deck. Definitely, if you're a competitive player, it's just probably just very fun to play this deck in this format. It is long. The games are long. It's best of 3 too, so it's basically Pauper. But outside of that, it is fun, and I do recommend it to you. So congrats to Kazuga for winning the Mana Trader series. Now, last format I wanted to show you, as I said, no Legacy, no Standard, no Pioneer, because no Pioneer. Let's do Golgari Ramp Standard. Now, not that I play Standard, but there was this deck that was super cool, and I really wanted to show you, just in case you are a arena player, or just in case your area randomly has made a Urza Saga tournament actually Standard and not another format, which you can't, but anyway. Lumura, this is okay, so it's very new, so a lot of new cards here. Lumura Bellow Woods. Now, this is a 6-mana reanimate all your graveyard. It's basically mill 4 and then return all. It's basically an Aftermath Analyst. Now, Capenna fetch lands rotated out, right? But you have People Passage, and you have Escape Tunnel, and Evolving Wilds, and also you mill yourself a lot with Aftermath Analyst, Lumura, and you also have Pitiless Carnage. So what you can do is, you just have 8 mana, you float 8, you sacrifice all your lands, and then you return them, or if you plotted it, you can also do that with Lumura. You have Nissa and Spelunking, so the land's coming to play untapped, you place the block to search for it, and you have Divine Slasher to kill your opponent with it. You can Offspring this and then play Lumura. Now, this is a new deck, which is not something that happens every day. It came out of the Star City game event. I tagged the person on Twitter, which is super cool. They also have the Grindy Plant possible with Glisas. And yeah, so congrats to them. And if you like to play the Timur Analyst deck in Standard, which is the deck I played for the RC, you should definitely consider playing this deck. Again, on Arena, or if you have the tournaments in paper. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next week as always. Best of luck in your wishes for the ban list. May all the pet decks that you wish to be good again after ban be actually good again. Have a great rest of the day.